Chapter 4, Saying Goodbye Sad. The alien Mr. Granites were going to take our Mr. Granite away. Everybody started yelling and screaming and freaking out. No! Don't go! As much as I hate to use the L word, we all love Mr. Granite. We didn't want him to leave. Mr. Granite has been teaching at our school for so long, said Mr. Klutz to the aliens. Why would you suddenly show up now? Good question. That's why Mr. Klutz is the principal. We do apologize for our lateness, said one of the Mr. Granites. Etnarg is 100 million light years away from Earth. It took us a long time to get here. And besides, we got stuck in traffic. He was definitely lying about that part. I don't even think they have traffic in outer space. Whenever my parents are late for anything, they always say they were stuck in traffic. That's the first rule of being a grown-up. I wonder if the alien Mr. Granites were going to peel off their faces. Aliens are always peeling off their faces in the movies. That's the first rule of being an alien, and peeling off your face is cool. I wish I could peel off my face. Are you going to peel off your face? I asked the Mr. Granites. I don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do, they all replied. The alien Mr. Granites reached up to the top of their heads with both hands. All the girls screamed. I covered my eyes with my hands. I wanted to see the Mr. Granites peel off their face. But at the same time, I didn't want to see what was underneath. What if it was scary? So I covered my eyes, but I opened my fingers so I could look between them. All of the Mr. Granites pulled at the top of their heads. The heads opened like pistachio nuts. Then they peeled their entire faces off. It was awesome. And you'll never believe, in 100 million years, what the Mr. Granites look like underneath their faces. They looked exactly the same. That was refreshing, said one of the Mr. Granites as he threw his old face off to the side. Hey, Alexia said, those faces look just like the ones you peeled off. It never hurts to have an extra face, said one of the Mr. Granites. Even though the peeled off faces looked exactly the same as the regular faces, it was still pretty cool. It's not every day you get to see a bunch of aliens peel off their faces. All the Mr. Granites started hugging and crying again. It was hard to tell which of the Mr. Granites was ours because they all looked the same. I didn't think you would ever come for me, said our Mr. Granite. We never forgot about you, Mr. Granite, said one of the Mr. Granites. We heard that you built a spaceship, said another one of the Mr. Granites. Yes, said our Mr. Granite, but a cow bumped into it when I was taking off. I almost died. That won't happen this time, Mr. Granite, said one of the other Mr. Granites. We must leave now before any more cows come around. Everybody started yelling and sobbing and freaking out. Don't leave us, Mr. Granite, begged Alexia. Please, 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 we all begged. Saying please over and over and over and over again usually works with grown-ups. At least human grown-ups. I have enjoyed my time on Earth as your third grade teacher, said Mr. Granite, but Eknard is my home. Now I must return to my own planet. Everybody was moaning and groaning and freaking out. Mr. Klutz, can't you do something? Asked Emily. You're the principal. Yeah, we all said. Mr. Klutz held up his hand and made a peace sign, which means shut up. Then he took a step forward to shake Mr. Granite's hand. You are a great teacher, Mr. Granite, he said. We will miss you here at elementary school. I'm not a teacher, said Mr. Granite. You must mean the other Mr. Granite. Oh, yes, said Mr. Klutz. I'm sorry. It's very confusing when you all look alike. No worries, said all the Mr. Granites. They started moving up the ramp to go back inside their spaceship. The Mr. Granite, who was our teacher, went over to Mr. Klutz, and they hugged. We borrowed Mr. Granite from the good people of Eknarg, said Mr. Klutz told us, but now we must return him. When you borrow something, you should always return it. I really enjoy working at elementary. Oh no. I have pages missing from my book. Oh no. So we're going to fast forward from page 34 to page 37. Maybe we can figure out what we missed. Quiet. Stop talking. Tie your sneakers. Stop bothering Andrea. Stop talking. Stop picking your nose. No, you can't go to the boys' room. Where's your homework? Stop talking. Go to the principal's office. Stop making armpit farts. Ah, those were the good old days. Mr. Granite pulled himself away from us and climbed into the spaceship with all the other Mr. Granites. The ramp slid up into the ship. A few minutes later, the countdown began. 10, 9, 8. Dark smoke started coming out of the spaceship. 7, 6, 5. I could hear their weird humming sound. 4, 3, 2. Colored lights started flashing. 1. Just before the spaceship was about to take off, a window opened up. Mr. Granite poked his head out of the window and shouted to us, "Turn to page 23 in your math books." But he never had the chance to finish his sentence. Chapter 5.